Hello, my name's Pippa. I'm the music administrator here at Keble in this rather lovely office. That means a very large part of my work is involved with our choir. I've been here for 3 years now, which means I've just seen my very first cohort of choral scholars pass all the way through and come out at the other end. It's always sad to see them go, but it's wonderful to see them develop in the time that they're here, and to know from my own experience that the grounding they've received here and the friendships they've made are the basis of something that's going to define them for the rest of their lives. Back in the dark ages when I was a student in Oxford, it was through my singing in the chapel choir and in Schola Cantorum that choral singing really took a hold on me. I'd sung in my school choirs and I'd loved it, but it hadn't really become such a fundamental part of what I did. In those days, it was a very different scene in Oxford. There weren't any formal choral scholarships available to girls. We did all feel pretty envious of the opportunities available if you happened to be male, but we caught out pretty quickly. It's so good to see so many opportunities for both girls and boys to sing at a high level and from a young age these days. Wonderful organisations like the National Youth Choirs of Great Britain, and there are so many cathedral choirs now having girl choristers. But none of this means that this is experience you have to have had in order to apply for a choral scholarship here. If you're in any doubt about this, then do please watch the videos by Beth and Jem earlier in this series. Whatever you bring to your time as a choral scholar here at Keble, what you'll take away is something you're going to value for the rest of your life. I've often thought about the fact that pretty much everything I've done, both in my work and in my singing, has come about directly or indirectly through people I first met as a student. And the vast majority have been my fellow choral singers. These have been my firmest and longest lasting friendships. We've shared so much that's been so important, and I know that's the case with our choir. In concerts and recordings, our singers have found themselves performing alongside some of the best professional instrumentalists in their field, and with some really top-rate soloists. They've been on tour to places like Singapore and the Czech Republic and Sweden. And if COVID hadn't intervened, they'd have been giving a concert in New York back in April. But in fact, the highlight of the last few years, I think, was the week we all spent in Devon last summer, recording a disc of Christmas music in Buckfast Abbey. Recording is so different from live singing, the tension and the concentration and the stamina involved, and the enormous sense of achievement at the end of a successful take. But what is so special about singing in a chapel choir is the routine, the rhythm of the weekly services. You go on turning up, you're part of the fabric, you're not performing for an audience. You're an integral part of the service that you're sharing with the congregation. It frames your week. Whatever pressures you're under with exams or anything else, knowing that at the same time, on the same day of the week, you're going to be turning up and giving yourself over to the music among like-minded friends in this beautiful spiritual space. It's really good for the soul, whatever your religious views or traditions. And in the normal run of things, it frames your social life too. That whole Sunday routine of rehearsing and tea before the service and a glass of Prosecco before formal hall and singing grace from the gallery and then going down to the bar after dinner, that's as much a part of the experience as the actual singing. Of course, all of this has been thrown off course by COVID, and we're only just beginning to get our heads around the way everything's going to work next term. It's so encouraging that it seems we finally are going to be able to sing together again, even though with all manner of restrictions and precautions for now. It has been very tough on the choir these last few months. I know they've been missing the companionship as much as the singing, but they've really helped each other. This is a very strong and supportive social group. They've helped each other through all manner of crises, work pressure and crises of confidence, heartbreak, illness, even bereavement. And they've shared so many wonderful experiences. This team effort, it's such a central part of singing and a choir. And I do feel it helps to counter the academic pressure on the individual, particularly at exam time. We're so pleased to have Paul Brough as our new Director of Music. He has enormous experience and energy, and I know he can't wait to start working with the choir properly. It's been a challenging time for him to take over, but we're very much looking forward to seeing what he has lined up. If you'd like to know more, then do please get in touch with me or directly with Paul, and you'll find the details on our website or our Facebook page. Paul is always very pleased to be contacted informally by anyone with an interest in applying for a choral award, however hypothetical. I hope you've enjoyed this little insight. Stay well and keep singing. Bye-bye.